Hello and welcome to the League of Idiots channel. I'm Redrobin3 and it's time for some more World of Warcraft heroic dungeons. I'm here joined by a good friend Zelane. Hey, say hello.
Hi guys, it's Zalane.
Zalane. Dang it, I'm always gonna mispronounce that. But yeah, we're doing Upper Blackrock Spire. Rule number 1, if you're a marksman hunter, you're using Barrage. Don't use Barrage. I could easily pull the entire floor right here, and that'll be nothing but pain and misery. Now, this is probably going to be a bit of a longer video, just because Upper Blackrock Spire is one of the most demanding heroics out of all of them. I would say that this is probably the hardest, just because there's a lot of mechanics involved that could kill your entire group easily if you're not paying attention. Really requires a good healer to pull completely through. What you want to do is you want to just begin by taking out all these rooms with the runes. What'll happen is after you take out all these rooms, you'll open up the actual pathway into the boss. Oh god. Okay, good. Being actually healed. Usually I just get ignored because I'm not taking the most damage and then the bleed kills you. You want to definitely watch out for some of these patrols as well. You don't want to pull a room near one of them, otherwise you can get overwhelmed too quickly.
Where's the banner?
The banner is dead already, I think. Yeah. Now every once in a while one of the ads will, well, one of the mobs will try and spawn these sentry cannons, bring them to life, so to speak. They're not too troublesome, they hit for like 20k every once in a while. So
If you're an engineer, you can actually hack them.
Oh, that's cool. Can you hack them to like help you out?
Yeah, you can hack them and they actually help you attack the ad.
Oh, sweet. That's pretty cool. Making engineering more useful than usual. Usually you just use it to escape, and if it doesn't work, you kill yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, patrol's coming in this way. I think we might... Yeah, the guy might want to pull it.
No, we're going down here.
Alright. Yeah, in these tight corridors, you're feel free to use Barrage, like, as long as you're facing towards the wall. But in any place where you're in an open field, don't use Barrage, no matter how tempted you are. It never ends well. How about for Windwalker? Like, any AoEs you gotta hold back, or for fear of pulling?
Not really. Rushing Jadewind pretty much takes care of it. Because as long as you stay near the ads, yeah, you ain't gonna be doing anything wrong.
So I guess like you just do whatever you want for AoE and no worries, huh?
Pretty much. Yeah.
The one AoE that marksman gets.
I wouldn't suggest Tiger for this one because he tends to leap around a lot. And these ads kind of have an aggro range, so when you got a giant thundering cat jumping around the room, it kind of attracts some attention.
I'll take that leather. This place is wonderful for leather workers. There's an actual spot up ahead where you can kill extra drakes, and each one of those is skinnable. So easily get like 80 or 90 leather off of one run. So if you're looking for ways to stock up on your leatherworking mats, feel free to just queue up for Upper Blackrock Spire every single day. I guarantee you'll be able to keep up with your work orders. Now, this dungeon also is pretty notorious because it has... I think this one has the most trash out of any dungeon. So you're looking at about, like, what, a 20 to 30 minute run because of trash?
Yeah, that's if you can get every boss down. Zayla, I know, is a group wiper.
Yeah, she's pretty pretty demanding. Like, if you mess up, you're dead. It's simple as that. Not a lot of heroic dungeons have that right now.
Get that banner, dude.
Where's the banner? Oh, never mind. Someone got it.
I killed it.
Yeah, if you ignore the banner too long, it'll increase in its width or its area, and it will pull anything inside that area. So don't ignore it. Usually melee can pick it up because, well, melee are right next to it. But if you notice that no one's actually targeting it down, you want to be the guy to do so. Otherwise, you'll find yourself wiping real quick. Alright, so with that, all those rooms are cleared. We can now enter the chamber. And up ahead, we shall meet our first and possibly one of the trickiest bosses from a healing perspective. To keep it short and simple, right now you can see all these rune conduits being activated. What you'll need to do is during the fight, he'll activate a certain number of them, and it's up to the DPS to go around, deactivate them again before the boss will start taking any significant amount of damage. And the whole gimmick is, while that's happening and while you're trying to go around and deactivating them, there will be giant electrical spheres of doom that'll be circling the room in a clockwise fashion, which deal like 35,000 damage per tick. So if you are not paying too much attention to your health and you get caught too much by some of those AoEs, you will die within a matter of seconds. Yeah, as you can see, those giant spheres, that's what deals them the most amount of damage in this whole fight. If you have a rogue, that'll be ideal for taking care of them, but otherwise you want to be a little bit careful. Notice when the orbs are passing by and then activate the conduits. And make sure you follow the pattern going clockwise. Don't try and run through them into the ramp, because doing so might get you killed right away. Luckily our healer is really on top of things. Like the minute any of us take any damage, just got healed right up. And so yeah, this continues for I think maybe 2 more phases. He activates more and more of them, making it a bit harder and harder for us to just get back on top of them. But as long as you pay attention, not an issue. Except for that guy who stood out there a little bit too long. Instant death. We should be getting one more pretty soon. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, there it is. This is the last one where he activates almost every single one of them. Now, if you're a marksman hunter, well, I guess if you're a hunter, period, you can actually deterrence right through it. And I recommend doing so. Just make sure your deterrence lasts long enough so that it doesn't run out in the middle of an orb. Because if it runs out in the middle of an orb, you'll probably be taking like 180,000 damage or something like that. That's how long it takes for you to get back out. And also, it's surprisingly easy to line of sight your healer. So if you can, try and stay a little bit on the outside of things when you're taking too much damage, and hopefully you should be able to heal through. Because this platform is raised quite a ways up, making it a bit harder to see people from the opposite end. And alright, only 1 death. That's actually pretty good. Usually you need to battle res 1 or 2 people because people get insta-gibbed. And on the following set of trash, if you have somebody who can dispel, please do so, because these alchemists...
Oh, what the hell, dude?
Whoa! This healer couldn't take the pressure, man. It's like, these guys taking too much damage, I'm out of here. But yeah, this alchemist tends to put a healing potion on whoever's taking the most damage. Just dispel it. Makes the fight go a little bit easier here. It's sort of a bit of a preview for like the next boss. The next boss will also have that same mechanic where he'll apply a potion on somebody and it'll try and heal that. Sometimes even potions himself. So it could prolong the fight a bit too long without a dispel. Alright, just give this shaman a second to acclimate himself. There we go. Now, one cool thing you can do is range that melee can't do is you can actually get all the way up here and do most of the fight from this top spot. And it does one of two things. First, it makes sure that you're always in line of sight. Like well, I guess if you're on the edge, you're always in line of sight of both the boss and the healer, and you're not spreading out one of these giant AoE puddles that he tends to spawn on everyone. And two, it builds some distance between you and the boss, because the boss will do this channeling ability which needs to be interrupted anyways, but it'll be sort of like a follow the target type ability, where he'll target someone, shoot them with some lasers, and try and smack them in the face. As melee, you're out of luck. As melee, you gotta run away as fast as you can. You might notice that Zaylen will try and do that as soon as he gets targeted. Yeah, like right now I'm targeted. He's not gonna catch me. Plenty of time for them to just interrupt them and keep going along their day. And yeah, just simply sidestep the green ooze and your fight is easy as pie as the range. He never gets anywhere near you to even try and hurt you. Also, this giant AoE poison, the orange type gas, is also easily avoidable up here. You don't affect anyone else. As far as tanks is concerned, I don't think there's any real tank mechanics, right? It's just positioning him so that the melee aren't being interrupted from their DPS rotations.
Yeah, it's pretty much a tank and spank, but the beginning of the is what really drains you.
Yeah, those two ads that show up.
To deal with it, and if you're
yeah, those two ads that show up like in the beginning had to be taken down really quickly. Usually the tank marks one, like you saw here. He marked one, so we all just start up on that one, kill it as fast as possible, and make it so that it's just us and the boss. If you drag it on too long, the healer will surely just run out of mana and not be able to keep up. Like right now, the healer's actually out of mana. He's mostly healing the tank rather than himself because of that. Alright. And if you notice over here, we got Leroy Jenkins. And the only thing we can really do for him is mourn. Unless you have a healer or somebody you can resurrect, in which case you can actually resurrect them, and that'll start a chain of events where you gotta defeat, I think it's like a little core hound pup before time runs out, and then he'll find whatever he wants to find.
Oh, he woke up, look at that.
If you want to complete this achievement, you have to make sure you clear every bit of trash, because Leroy Jenkins, on his way to getting his weapon, will pretty much look at every single corner. So like say in this room up ahead, let me see, I'm gonna camo just so I can show it off. You can notice how there's, oh god, camo wore off. Feign death.
Dude, you got old.
Camo doesn't work. Oh god. You want to be really careful with how much you pull in this room. It's too easy to pull way too much trash, and they all tend to give you the stacking debuff, which lowers your armor. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop some cooldowns here just to try and get some kills going on as quickly as possible.
Healer's down.
Abandoned ship! Oh god, we're gonna fail Leroy already. Cause you gotta do this without really wiping on trash, because they'll tend to gravitate towards Leroy. I don't know why, he's cooking his chicken over there and it smells too good for them to ignore. Okay, good luck guys. Oh god.
Oh god.
I got knocked all the way back here.
Oh, this is terrible.
You guys can fight it out. Marksman Hunter. Just feign death. Oh, it worked! Hey! We did an
I think
aggro.
Leroy's still in the corner too.
Okay, Leroy did a great job. He also did disengage. Yeah, you gotta be careful with your pulling, because all of these guys will give you a debuff, which in turn makes it impossible to heal through.
Oh, there's a little timer there. It says chicken time.
Yeah, chicken time. He's cooking his non-rotten chicken.
That is weird. Okay. Where's Leroy?
He's all the way down in the bottom corner, just contemplating. But yeah, essentially you gotta defeat all this trash, the boss, and then defeat all the trash leading up to the next boss, and some bonus trash as well. You gotta essentially just take out all the trash before you can get your reward.
So we have to beat the beast, right?
Defeat the beast, yes. Alright, where's the tank? The tank resurrected the bottom. Okay, yeah, the guy is asking, like, why are we clearing this? Well, it's because of Leroy. If you don't clear any of this, he's gonna walk up here, Leroy Jenkins it, and die.
Is he still
He
down
takes
there?
one hit. Yeah, he's still down there. Like, he can't take any damage, period. If he takes any bit of damage, he even looks like he's gonna take damage. If he stubs his toe, he's gone.
That's sad.
And we got a long way to go, so we should hurry up. Otherwise, we're not gonna make it.
Think.
Okay, guys, come on, push through with your AoE, because I don't got AoE. There, that's all my AoE. I'm not getting any more out. Yeah, I'm gonna continue popping cooldowns for all of this. Alright, we made it. Now you should go ahead and pull more. Completing this whole event will not only net you an achievement, but it also net you the Leroy Jenkins follower, who's really good. Like, he's surprisingly good. He's got a lot of good attributes, and he comes out epic, so he's gonna have a lot of bonuses to him already too. This is also probably one of the easier followers to get off of the achievement. Just requires some proper pacing and good enough DPS to do so. I mean, it gives you a liberal amount of time to complete the entire thing. And all these mobs are stunnable, so if you got quite a few good stuns, you can just pull 1 or 2 waves, stun them all, and then kill them. Once again, though, if you're using Barrage, make sure you're facing the wall when you're using Barrage, otherwise you can pull the entire room. Or if you're a Windwalker, just AoE like normal, because your AoE doesn't have that much extra
Hell
range.
yeah. Are you seeing that, dude?
Oh my
Freaking chi
freaking god.
explosions everywhere.
Hold on, I gotta see this. Okay, Zaylin. Okay, hold on.
Freaking-
Let me check out that damage meter. Zaylin, your chi explosion, even though it was the last thing you did, was like 8% of your damage. And it's like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Well, at least I can use my kill shots to great effect. They substantially buffed kill shot from like the previous incarnation of them. It's actually a proper execution now. Also, if you're using the lone wolf talent, you want to have it in your mindset to act like a turret, not to move. Don't force yourself to move. Just move only if it's absolutely necessary, just because that buff is really crucial. And also make sure you're covering almost every single buff. Like at the moment, I should be covering spell powers, so let me just see where it is. There we go. And there we go. I'm helping. I'm helping the entire group by giving everyone spell power. Just makes it so much easier to cover all
awesome,
the buffs.
Dude, you got all the buff?
Yep. I can give one buff. Any of them.
Dude, that's awesome.
We're a little bit behind, I think, on time. Maybe.
Oh yeah, that wipe didn't help.
Yeah, I think the tank went in there thinking he only needed to pull that left side and forgot that there was a pat on the right. If you're gonna move into that room, you want to hug the walls as closely as possible. It eliminates the chances that you'll pull those pats. And we're coming up on the boss right now too. After this little wave, we should be able to trigger the boss. What'll happen is you'll just have a few waves of mobs coming out. Oh god.
I got it.
Okay, good. Yeah, if the Black Iron Summoner begins to summon, don't let him complete it, because he'll summon a full veteran, like one of these guys. And he's not going to be weakened whatsoever. He's going to be like a full 600 to 800k HP veteran.
Commander Thorn, it seems your troops have allowed
Okay, but yeah, we got to go through a little bit of a gauntlet here, just killing 2 waves of mobs before we actually fight the actual boss. This guy, Commander Tharbek.
The Iron Marks will take care of these intruders.
What I tend to do as a marksman hunter is I spawn all my AoEs over here and then use barrage on everything. More often than not, you get all these guys low enough that they'll go to the ground right away, so they don't bother your entire group with AoEs, with single target spit. And if you do it just right with the ice, you can actually spawn the ice beyond the cage, which will aggro the mobs a lot earlier than what would be normally possible. So it'll speed up the fight a little bit more too. It's a little tricky to get right though, because you gotta also kill the mobs fast enough that the cage, you know, well, not the cage, but this frosting doesn't disappear before everything dies. Alright, if we kill these things fast enough, I think the freezing thing will still be there. Oh, it just disappeared. But yeah, like, if it would have been just a little bit earlier, that would have aggroed the entire mobs. And it would have started this next wave just a little bit earlier.
no more of these excuses. I am going to go prepare the weapon. Take care of these invaders. I will show you how a true orc deals with failure.
We want to remain also fairly clustered together so that the healer doesn't struggle too much healing everyone. There's not a lot of AoE effects here, so it doesn't make any sense to spread out. And one of the most important jobs is coming up for range right now as far as speeding up this fight. As soon as the Drake comes out, or I guess not the Drake, the Chimera comes out, range can actually deal a fair amount of damage to it before the rider, the commander, gets on top of it. And the more... Oh, no. I accidentally summoned the pet. Oh god, it's all ruined! But yeah, like the more damage you do to it right now, the faster the next phase of the fight will go. So yeah, usually I can get like 50% of its health down before this happens. And what will happen is he'll get off of him at 50%. So yeah, like this will start the next phase of the fight. Just avoid the AoE of the Sky Reaver and simplifies the fight so much more. There we go. All we gotta do is avoid slight AoE stuff that he spawns out, and the fight's done. Simple tank and spank until the end. As a tank, you just want to watch out. See if you can taunt as many of those flying beasts as you can as they come out. Eases the fight a little bit more. And if not, they tend to die pretty quick. They don't have a lot of health going for them. There we go. Just finish them up before everyone dies. And remember, we're still trying to do this all in a timely manner so that we don't end up killing Leroy. Oh, this chest is actually a little bit better. I might put it on. Doesn't have the ideal itemization though. Oh man, we only have 3 minutes to kill the rest of the trash up ahead. I don't know if we can do it, man.
Come on, man.
Leroy might just have to be toast.
You gotta believe.
Oh god. I did one of the most criminal mistakes. I wasn't paying attention too much.
You stood in this.
Yeah, he just sort of smashed my face in. I'll res up and come back. The res isn't that far away. Yeah, the ogre will wind up and then start smashing the ground over and over again. Don't stand in front of that. Yeah, there you go. Good picture of it. It hurts a lot. It's like 65k each smash. Oh, tank live. We absolutely cannot afford a wipe, not at this point right now. After the timer runs out, you actually do have like another extra minute and a half to get everything else done. Because Leroy has to spend the entire time running around checking all the places you would have cleared trash. Oh, we lost the DPS. Oh god.
Oh.
Things
Okay,
just got a bit harder.
Cool.
Oh, we lost the
God,
tank.
the tank left. Oh god.
Oh, panic. I think Leroy Jenkins might very well be what we would call screwed. He's gonna die. Yeah. Sorry, man. You're not gonna get Leroy.
What about us?
Well, I think we'll be able to finish the dungeon. We'll just have to wait in queue for a bit. So yeah, after a short pause, once we actually get enough people to finish up the dungeon, you'll just magically see us with a full group of people. We'll just pretend that the other guys DC'd. And welcome back. Yeah, sorry for that little inconvenience, but we have a new tank. Oh, poor Leroy. Famous last words. He's so screwed. We're just gonna see him. We're gonna be fighting some of these mobs, and we're just gonna see him run into a group of enemies and insta die. It's gonna be pretty sad. Alright, a little bit of CC. I'm down for that. You want to focus on the Drake Keepers as fast as possible because they'll be attempting to release the Drakes in the back. Oh, don't get squashed. Come on, man.
Oh, Jesus. What the?
That they do a lot of damage, those ground shakers, if they hit you with a smash. Oh god, no. Yeah, that's what we want to try to avoid. These Drake Keepers will release the whelps, the other little drakes. You want to take care of them the first thing as fast as possible, just so that you reduce the amount of trash you gotta kill. I mean, there's enough trash as it is right now. You don't want to increase that burden. Hey, turn them into a little kitty. Leroy, no! Yeah, you
Where'd
see
he
that?
go?
He's right there.
Oh, I see him. He died.
Yeah, he ran straight into his doom.
Oh, we just res him again, Cap.
No, we can't. He's dead. We don't have any more battle reses. Well, that does it for
Oh,
him.
yeah, he
So I
despawned.
guess we're just gonna continue on. Then we're just gonna finish up the rest of the dungeon. Oh well. So ends the legacy of Leroy Jenkins. No. I don't know why we're doing this anymore. Like, Leroy's dead.
He wants to believe.
He doesn't want to just admit that he's dead. We were so close too. Like, all we had to do is finish up this. Oh man, they're
Incoming
releasing
whelp.
everything. Oh god, too many whelps. Quick AOE.
I'm on it.
All right, and if you're a leather worker, here's your chance. No matter what anyone tells you, ignore what's going on and just skin everything. You only have a few seconds before their bodies start disappearing, so be as quick as you can. This is when you really get to test your right-click ability. Alright. Oh, don't stand in the fire. Even though you want to get as much skinning as done possible, don't stand in the fire. You skin better when you're alive. It's a race to the finish. I really don't know what this guy is thinking. Like, we can't do anything. He doesn't drop anything. Like, it's not an actual boss. It's more like a little mini boss that you need to kill before Leroy joins up. Otherwise he gets burned to a toast. Yeah, you go help him out. I'll just be here. So much leather.
You better share, man.
I
You know
got
how much that stuff's selling in
47.
the auction house right now?
Dude, I got 47 pieces of leather. I'm done. I can retire. And that was like from a really disorganized way. The way you would want to do this is you would ask nicely for each one of these cages to be opened up individually, so that you have a chance to skin every single whelp in there. So what you'll do is, like, you'll organize it so that you open one cage, kill it all in a giant AoE, skin it all for like 40 leather, and repeat it for these other cages. All in all, you can get like 80 to 90 depending on what your skinning yields. But yeah, like, I don't understand why we're killing this son of the beast. You normally just, like I said, you kill him for Leroy. Once Leroy's dead, I guess there's a revenge aspect. Or like getting even for losing Leroy.
I don't know.
But man, we've been here too
He
long.
does like some.
I don't feel like asking for them to open up those cages. It'd be a bit too cruel. We really just want to finish up right now.
At least for the heal.
Yeah, those. Oh,
Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
I derped it.
you got whack-a-mole.
Oh my god! Before I could even notice too. Like, oh wait a minute. Oh no.
Don't be that guy. Be safe. Get out of the way. Oh, we're feared. Okay, now I don't know how to feel about this, but normally what you would do is you'd enter and you do the entire fight. You avoid the AoEs. Like, the dragon does a giant AoE sweep from left to right, and then he does it right to left. Spawns whelps twice. Well, it spawns whelps, then repeats that same cycle. Sweeps from left to right, then right to left. then spawn some more whelps, and then he stands on the platform. It's essentially just avoidance fighting. You just avoid the fireballs, avoid everything. But here's something you can do. If you're ranged, you can actually fight the dragon from out here. And yeah, like this guy doesn't really believe me. Yeah, you can fight the dragon from out here, avoid most of the AoE. The only AoE you won't be able to avoid is the fireball. And that's alright. If you get targeted by the fireball, then that means there's one less fireball present in the big giant arena of the, or not arena, the bridge, where it's limited space to maneuver.
Oh
no, it's a win-win.
Fighting behind the gate? What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fighting behind the gate. I'm actually top DPS. Okay, the one thing you can't help though is you can't fight the whelps. So here's where you have to just trust. You have to have the utmost trust in your group to complete the whelps without your help. Meanwhile, just slash dance and yeah, pass the time. Up until he comes back, and then you just re-engage. Now, if you have multiple ranged, I don't recommend this because, like I said, you might be limited on DPS for the whelps, and those whelps have to die before... Well, they don't have to die. You can keep them alive, but they annoy the healer a lot. Remember, at any point where you can get rid of any extra damage, it's recommended you do so. So yeah, once again, just slash dance and dance your fear away. Alright, and even though he's in front of the bridge, look at how absurd this is. I'm in front of the gate, and he's tall enough that I can actually shoot him. I don't know, Blizzard fixed the game, but it works, so I'm not gonna really argue against it.
That's so weird, dude.
And he is dead. And I got hit once by the fireball, so all in all, great fight. Alright, and we're down to the last pieces of trash. But yeah, there's a lot of trash in this whole fight.
That
Or in
last
this whole
boss, I
dungeon.
got exactly 30,000 gold in my bags now.
Nice. This entire expansion has been great for those of us who haven't been actively making a lot of gold. It's really made it accessible for everyone to make tons of gold as long as you put enough time into it without having to do so much research.
I'm telling you, man, those maps are sounding like crazy. People are just way too lazy to get.
And now you know how people definitely get like tons and tons of stacks of them. Just do Upper Blackrock Spire every single day. I mean, imagine it. You get 90 leather every single day. You do that for, let's say, 30 days. That's 2,700 leather.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to find a group to do this consistently? Nah.
You don't need to find the group. I mean, look, we're all essentially pugs, and we're able to do it. You just gotta ask nicely. Just gotta ask, like, hey, can you guys help me do the whelps at the end? And most groups will not shy away from it just because it's really easy to do it in a controlled manner. It's hard to do so when you let those ogres, like, open up the cages on their own. That's when you don't want those cages. But if you're opening them yourself, it's pretty easy to do. Alright, 2 more pieces of trash and we're on to our final boss. And you'll quickly realize why she wipes a lot of groups. Just because of how little tolerance she has for her mechanics. You gotta pay attention to the entire arena too, so if you're if you're a player who's used to zooming in like around here, I know your character looks nice and all, but you're not going to be too aware of the surroundings. You want to really zoom out far away enough. Like about here is correct. You can see yourself, your big surrounding area, and any external factors that might come in hand. I think this tank is also impressed that we haven't like killed ourselves. Oh snap. Throwing down the gauntlet, man.
It's no mercy in this dojo.
You roasted him, man. Roasted harder than roasted peanuts.
Oh, dude, nothing compared to what we're gonna face right now. You can hate this bomb.
All right, Zayla, Zyla.
Yeah, Zayla.
Zayla. Okay, there we go. Zayla. That's how you
Okay,
pronounce
wait, what
it.
is it with you and Z's? You can't pronounce my name, you can't pronounce her name.
Okay, Z's don't mix. Like Zyam, I think that's how it's pronounced. In any case,
Oh,
let's get on with-
xylophone. Can you say that?
yeah, xylophone, because that's next.
Alright, wait.
Oh god,
Where
everything
was
you
I
do
going
was a
with
lie.
that? Wait a minute. It's the cyclone.
That's
Hold on.
cyclone. That's what you want to watch out for. You get hit by a cyclone, you go flying. You're too close to the edge, you're
Unless
dead.
you have touch of karma.
Oh man, we're really beating into her. We're about to engage the next phase though, and yep, here we go. She'll spawn in a couple of ads, but more importantly, yeah, she makes her drakes breathe fire on us, so you gotta sort of stand in the one spot where there's no fire. And thanks to those ads, they'll try and pull you into the fire. Like, towards them, but usually it's into the fire.
Oh god, tank fire.
Oh, tank fell. And here's where the next issue comes in. You can't battle res tanks if they fall. Like, they're dead forever. They're down there in the bottom of the pit. You can't get them back up.
Help.
Alright, go to the opposite corner. I'll see if I can ping pong.
Go.
I can't. They're immune.
No.
And yeah, this is wipe. So as the hunter, as the hunter, your main duty is to feign death so you don't die, but you die anyways if Ichi whirlwinds. No matter, we should be fine. Like usually this might wipe a group once or twice, but once everybody gets the hang of how the fight goes, you'll get the feel of when you want to move and where you're safe to move. I have a feeling this next pull we should have her. Cause oh, this guy. But yeah, like this fight shouldn't be too much trouble as long as you have enough DPS for it. Because as you saw, she dies pretty quick. So as soon as you take care of the ads and she comes back down, just focus fire her, and she should be dead in just another minute. She'll get maybe 1 or 2 more whirlwinds off, but not any more than that. Alright, I'm actually going to give everybody versatility this time, because we now have our spell power and crit covered. And once again, there we go. We got all our buffs, thanks to Lone Wolf. As soon as the tank is ready, we will commence. And we're off. You want to just use all your cooldowns and everything right away, because you'll have a little bit of downtime as she moves out. The more damage you can do here, the better.
Now you tasted the blade of the dragon.
Careful.
Flames will consume you.
Okay. And we got it down to 50%, so that's fantastic. Now we just gotta, oh, avoid the roasting. Try not to channel the spirit of the marshmallow. Channel the spirit of the rock so that you're always on the platform and you don't burn easily. And oh, is this timed as well? Because we killed those ads really quick.
I know, right?
Yeah, I guess it must be timed. We just ended up killing them so quick that we had nothing to do. Oh, Cyclone, watch it. If you're stuck in between like the choice of running into fire and running into the Cyclone, just run through the fire into a safer area. I'm sure your healer will be able to notice that and take care of it. Because if you get knocked down, you're dead. There's no coming back from there. You can get a little bit burnt, maybe around the edges, and still be healed. But if you get thrown into a giant pool of lava, you're not coming back. And with that, Zayla is dead. Alright, and that's going to conclude this video. So, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will catch you in another episode.